Hi everyone, my name is Silver the Hedgehog, and today I will be reading you all Chapter 4 of the Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead 2, the Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead crossover fanfiction written by our good friend, the Queen of Lions. Thanks a lot for giving us permission to read your stories, Queen of Lions. You rock! Now this is apparently a sequel to the original Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead crossover fanfiction which we read a few months ago, and I decided I might as well give the fourth chapter a read. I have a feeling that this is going to be really good. So, without further ado everyone, let's get reading. When the group was all prepared and ready to leave the safe room, Zoe had to ask Alice on who that zombie was that charged and had one big arm. Alice, I have a question. What was that zombie that charged at me and sister and attacked you when you moved us out of the way? Zoe asked. That was a charger. He will charge at you like a bull, Coach replied. When he is charging or about to charge, move out of his way as quick as possible. Thanks, Coach. Now we will know for next time, Zoe replied. I can't believe I'm stranded in Savannah, Rochelle said, shaking her head. She couldn't believe that the infected mess she was in. Man, Savannah's awesome. Come on, I'll show you the signs of the way to the mall, Alice replied as Zoe and Coach fired at the wandering zombies that were outside the safe room. After all, the wandering zombies were dead. Coach walked out. After all the wandering zombies were dead, Coach walked back to the safe room. The coast is clear, all. You can come out. You can head out, Coach called as the group walked out of the safe room and started to walk until Zoe and Alice saw Sister, who was trying to get over the block wall. Sister girlie, what are you doing? Alice asked. I think I see a campsite at the other side of this block wall. I want to check it out, Sister said as she jumped down the other side. Hold on, sis. Me and Alice will follow you, Zoe said as she and Alice also hopped over the block wall and landed in a bush. They crawled out to see Sister standing in front of them. This campsite is quiet. Maybe no one's here, Sister said as she, Alice, and Zoe looked around. Maybe someone left and never came back. Maybe they have to have some good stuff we can use, Zoe suggested as she looked through some bags. Some had medical supplies, ammo, and even bottles of water. All these bags can save hundreds of those who are trying to survive like we are, Zoe said. Let's take it, Alice said as he grabbed the bags. Hey guys, be ready to catch these bags. You're not going to believe this, Alice said as he tossed the bags of ammo, medical supplies, and bottle of water to them. Nice, Alice. Is there more of those? Nick asked. We're looking, Alice called back as Sister was looking at the toys. Zoe, look, toys. There's a lot of them. I wonder if this campsite belonged to the group of kids, Sister asked Zoe. It is possible. Maybe we could find this jump rope that Too Tall and his gang took. They might have put it here somewhere, Zoe said, looking around. She saw a garden. Hey, Sister, there's a garden right behind you, Zoe said. The food doesn't look good, Sister replied. That's because the way I see the garden, it hasn't been taken care of in a while. But I'm not sure how long it has been since they tend to the garden, Zoe said as she saw a hat on the ground. Here, Sister, I found a hat. It's a nice hat that says Jimmy Gibbs Jr. Zoe handed the hat to Sister. Who's Jimmy Gibbs Jr.? Sister asked as Ellie carried the crate full of stuff. Look what I found. A bunch of tools that will be useful. Some of these can be put up to good use, like this multi-tool and these wire cutters, Zoe said, showing some tools as she put some in her sweater pockets. Look what I see, Sister said as she shows Alice and Zoe that she found a sweater that was green. That's a nice sweater, Sister. It may be a bit big on you, but it will keep you warm, Zoe said as she puts a sweater on Sister and rolled up in the sleeves a bit on her jacket. You'll grow into it someday. So what is Sister looking for, Zoe? Alice asked as he walked towards her. Well, besides brother. We're looking for my jump rope, Ellis, Sister said, as Zoe explained the story on how Brother disappeared when he was going to ask Too Tall and his gang that took her jump rope. All right, Sister, I'll help you and Zoe look for it, Ellis said as he saw a military-like tent in front of the tree. Me and Zoe will look in that tent, and you look behind it, he said. Okay, Sister smiled at Ellis as she said okay. And she went behind the tent while Zoe and Ellis walked inside. Well, not much in here besides weapons, Zoe said as she picked up a combat shotgun. I think if we find a clue, it should help us find out where Brother is, Ellis said. And then he found a small handful of straw on one of the beds. Look what I found, a clue. Ellis picked up a small handful of straw. This must help us. This must tell us. Farmer Ben is a farmer bear back where I live. He uses straw to feed farm animals. I bet he's here too. Maybe he's looking for Brother like we are, Sister said. Well, he must be here. Either he's looking for Brother, Zoe said, or we have another villain behind this, Ellis suggested. Remember the time you and Sister told me about that witch, Witter Jones? Man, that story was very funny. Yeah, Ellis, that was funny, but you may be right. Farmer Ben was drinking a lot the other day from what Sister's dad told me. Zoe said, he wasn't himself that day. Well, this small handful of hay will help us. Let me put some of this in my pocket, Ellis said as he put the handful of hay in his boxers near where his crotch is. Ugh, how embarrassing. Then he and Zoe walked out of the tent and went around behind the tent to see Sister looking up at the tree. What did you find? Zoe asked. My jump rope. It's up in that tree. I guess Too Tall and his gang put it up there, Sister said as Zoe started to climb the tree up on the step stool and was able to get the jump rope back. She handed it back to Sister. Thank you, Zoe. I'm glad we have it. Sister then noticed that Ellis was acting funny. He was feeling an itching feeling. He had an itching feeling in his crotch. Ellis, why are you acting funny? Sister asked as Ellis started to itch where the small full of hay was. My crotch is itching. Why is it itching my crotch? Ellis groaned as he itches in his crotch. Sister looked at Zoe like she hasn't seen anything like that before. Why does crotch and that mean on this guy? Sister asked as Zoe was embarrassed that Sister was asking her like that. Well, crotch is another word for groin or a private part where we have, Zoe said as she began to giggle. Ellis was very funny. And this is where I will stop for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Silver the Hedgehog reads Chapter 4 of the Berenstain Bears in Left 4 Dead 2.